Hello, Flosstube. I'm Jen. You can't see me, but that's okay. This is a channel about cross stitch, and I'm gonna try something a little bit new today. So maybe actually, hello. So I had a couple of requests after I posted about my fabric organization project that I just completed, and some new projects that I'm gonna be working on. I had a request to show what I did with my fabric organization. So I want to go over that today and then try a little something different, and actually record pulling floss and fabric for new projects. So to start with, I'm going to show you this shot of my fabric storage. Right here is all of my fabric. So this is all organized by count. And then within each count, it's organized in color order, rainbow order. So this top bin actually that's unlabeled, this is going to be like my incoming catch basket, because I will fully admit that I am lazy. This is where I plan on just tossing stuff, and then when I have the time, I'll pull it out, I'll fold it so that it's all folded the same way, and put it into the appropriate bins. So I have 14 count, 16 and 18 count. I have them in the same bin. And then these 4 bins are all 28 count. On the other side, I have this top bin is 14, 16, and 18 count scraps. Anything that was smaller than a fat eighth, I stuck in the scrap bin. It's for odd cuts. It's for quickly finding things for ornaments and small projects. Underneath that, this bin is, this is 14, 16, 18, and 28 count scraps, because I needed to do it that way for size, for how many I had. And then this bin is 32, 36, and 40 count scraps. Then here I've got my 4 bins of 32 count fabrics. And then this bottom one is 36 and 40 count fabrics. So, like I said, they're all by count, and then within each count, it's in rainbow order. So that I am now able to quickly identify, for instance, I just ordered the new Mirabilia chart, the Butterfly Brigade one. So my plan is to pull out my 32 count bin, and I can pick out the bin that has blues and start with that, because that's probably the first color that I'm thinking about using. So anyway, that is how I'm doing my fabric now. We'll see how it goes long term. I was able to find these bins at Dollar Tree. They were $3 each, so you have to find a Dollar Tree that has the $5 aisle. Otherwise, you can actually get on their website, order it to be shipped to your store, and then you don't have to pay shipping. So I got 14 of these bins, and it was perfect for me. So I did have to stagger the bins. I had to stack some magazines under there so that they staggered, because they would not fit in that tiny spot I have right next to each other. So I had to kind of stagger them. But that's okay. It works. Okay, so now I'm going to tilt this. I got a new, what's it called? Floor stand for my iPad, and I'm really excited about it. So look at this. Now you can see from above. So these are all the charts that I am going to, they're Halloween small projects that I would like to get started. So, this is one that I picked up at Galleria. It's a JBW design. It's all owls. It'll be really quick, but I wanted to find a nice variegated floss for that. This is a project that was passed on to me from Karen, and I'm going to stitch this, and then this is already in line to go to Lori. So I need to get that done so I can actually get it out of my house, pass it on before it gets buried in projects and forgotten and never passed along. This was a fun project I found when I was cleaning out my pattern catalog, pattern binders. I sorted through those to pull things out that I didn't think I'd ever stitch, and it's Halloween, so I'd like to get this one stitched. I'm not going to do the little paw print ornament. I'm just going to do the cat, the moon. This should be a quick project. Super cute. Let's get spooky. Fun little witch, and that's from Frog Cottage Designs. And then I have my Quirky Quakers, and I did get on her Etsy shop and purchase the witch hat. My plan is to stitch these in a row. So I'm going to do this as a bell pull, and I think I'm going to do it in this order. So I'll have the jack-o'-lantern at top, and then the skeleton, the witch hat, the ghost, and at the bottom I'll have the cauldron. So that's my plan, and this is what I mainly wanted to pull floss for. My thought is that I will, well, I kind of wanted to use, this calls for Gentle Arts Witching Hour in Kiwi. I kind of want to keep these in, to stitch them similar, I want to keep the black uniform throughout. I might change this border to black just to flow with the other designs. I'll probably change these extras around the edge of this border to black. And maybe maybe I'll change the hat color. I'm not sure. Or do I just do 4 instead of 5? I'm definitely going to put this on 28 count fabric because these are small designs. These are roughly 55 by 55. This one's 45 by 45. So I also kind of need to pay attention to that. This is 43 by 43, 47 by 47, 47 by 47. So the cauldron is the largest. And that's fine because that'll be at the bottom. That'll be at the bottom. Is this the smallest? 43 by 43? Yeah. So I've got my smallest up top. And then these two are the same size. This one's a little bit, is 2 stitches smaller than these two. Maybe I need to switch the ghost and the skeleton then. So that'll put my smallest at the top. This is 43, 45. These two are both 47, and this is 55. I think that'll be good. How do I want to do this? Well, I'm going to pull floss. I can rethink the order of everything later. So, yeah, we'll have to play around with that. But I'm going to start with the cauldron. This is my bag of Night Stalker's Calling. I'm going to need a bigger bag. I am obsessed. I love Night Stalker's Calling. Love it. So this is what I'm leaning towards. This is, I believe, what I saw used in a finish of the Quirky Quaker cauldron, and it's poison, and it's that nice bright green, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. My other thought was using this Amok, which was from the October box last year, Hocus Pocus, but I think I'm gonna go with poison. I think that's my winner. I need an orange for, let's flip this, toss it out of the way a little bit. I use floss away bags for my remainder floss. Alright, so cauldron, I'm going to do black and poison. I also brought over, this is all dyeing for cross stitch floss, and I have a ton of hand dyed by Rolanda, which I'm pretty sure hand dyed by Rolanda, I do have a large hank of a black dyed floss that I'll probably use for all of the blacks in these Quirky Quakers. So let's see if I have an orange for the pumpkins. This is a mess, guys. So it looks like the only real orange I have is this clementine. It's not a huge amount of variation in it, but that's okay. So we'll kind of put this aside and see. So we've got two. The ghost, I believe I'm going to do in glow in the dark. So I don't really need to pull anything for this because this is just in black and white. Now the witch hat, I'm kind of thinking maybe I do it purple. This is a nice dark purple. I definitely want to change the color of the brooms to more of a straw color. These are both called Evil Queen. Okay, all three of these are from the same dye lot and the same color. So there's definitely variation in Night Stalker's Calling. I still love it. So this would be more of a straw color. Let's see, what else do I have in here? What's this one? This might be even better. I don't know if the differences are going to really show up on the camera super well, but I think I'm leaning towards this one now. What's this one? Oh, same color. Can you hear Roxy over there making all kinds of grunts and groans? So old puppy. You're so old puppy. So this would be for the broom. So I've got broom, and then what's this? I had another, what is this it? Yeah, this was another, so this was a really pretty color I just got called Witchy, but I think this is too blue, so I think I'm leaning towards this one for the witch hat. Ursula's another purple. Ooh, this would work maybe. What's this one? This is Sugar Plum. This was from the Advent box last year, I believe. This has a lot of variation in it. That could be cool. Soulmate is another darker one. I think I like this Sugar Plum better. I really like this Toasted Marshmallow too, but I don't know what I would use that for. So I think we're gonna go with put it with these other ones and see if I put it next to the other blocks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Sugar Plum for the witch hat. So I've got that. I don't think I have, oh, what's this? This might be a good gray. Yeah, I've got a really good gray for, what's this one? Okay, so this is another example. Same floss color, 2 different dye lots this time. These are both Morticia. This is a lot darker. I'm going to go with this lighter one for the tombstones in the skeleton Quirky Quaker. And then again, the glow-in-the-dark DMC for the skeleton. And I'm curious what they called for. So this also only has 2 colors, but it uses a Gentle Arts that has a lot more variegation in it. So this will work because this is actually only glow-in-the-dark. It'll be glow-in-the-dark white and it'll be Morticia. It won't have this, mine won't have this tan color. So that will work. Okay, so that is everything for my Quirky Quaker belt pull. Yeah. Now I got to figure out what kind of fabric I want to put this on. I don't think I want to go with a bright color, obviously, because of these 2 flosses. Let me see. This is my new fabric bin, you know, like things that just came in and I haven't put away yet. I think there's some Halloween stuff in here. So this was a Bestitch Me. This is called Boneyard. But I don't think Morticia is going to show up very well on that with how much variegation is in there. So I don't think that's going to work. We're going to do... All right. This is my 28 count neutrals bin. So you'll see I have it. Let me move this. Push some of this out of the way. And you can see, there we go, get that adjusted a little bit. You can see how I have it in color order. Even the neutrals. Ooh, this might work. Maybe. Stick a piece of floss in there to remember where it was in case I need to put it back. This was, oops, sorry. So what I did in my bins is I folded them all the same way. So these are folded. I took the long way, folded it in half again, and then folded it this way, and they're all uniform size in this bin. And then all of the tags from the dyer I cut off and I tucked inside the folds so that they're not getting stuck on the edges of the bin. So this is a 28 count Joblin. This was September fabric of the month from Dyeing for Cross Stitch. And this is a very, it's more of a blue-gray on the even weave. I think Morticia would show up, but I think it would still be kind of a competition for it. So I'm going to not use that. So I'm going to fold this back up and then tuck this tag inside the fold. And then I can slide it right back in to the bin. And I did make sure to leave room in each bin. They're not stuffed super full, which means I have a little bit of leeway for some new fabrics, but mainly I wanted it for being able to pull things out and put things back in. So I'm going to have to get to stitching and using up some of these before I buy more fabric. This is a mystery fabric that might work. That's kind of a spookier vibe. Let's see what this looks like. So this is just a smaller cut. This is a 28 count Haunted is the color, and I don't know this. I don't think this is Picture This Plus. I'm not sure what this is. I don't have the name on the tag. So let's see. That could work. But I'm not sure it'll be long enough. Will it? Even if I calculate it at 55, I could do, let's see, 5 of the Quirky Quakers times, we'll say 55 stitches each, even though they're not, is 275. 275 divided by 14, because it's 28 count, and the stitched area is going to be like 19 inches. So this is not going to be long enough. So that's not going to work. Not going to work. But since I have it out, I wonder if that might work for any of these other pieces that I am pulling fabric for. I could do it for the owls. Oh, actually, I could do it for this piece, the Let's Get Spooky. Or I could do it for the Halloween, the Happy Halloween pop-up gathering, and the white would definitely stand out better than it stands out in this picture. Let's see, this is a this is 67 by 150, so 150 I would think should fit on this just fine. 150 divided by 14 is 10.7 inches, so I'd have small margins, but I could use this. I think I might do that. I really do like this fabric. So we'll leave this out and go back to the drawing board for my Quirky Quaker banner. I think we're gonna have to go light on this banner. So let's see what I've got in this lighter end. I'm kind of liking this one. It's got some bluer tones in there, but that's okay. Let's see what that looks like. Put another marker in there. I think this is from Volcano Stitching. Yep, Volcano Stitching. This is a 28 count. Well, they're all 28 counts, but this is a 28 linen. And I'm thinking this might be it. Here is my floss, and then obviously black. I think this is the winner. I think I'm going with that. I really want the floss to be what stands out on this finished piece. I don't think I want to put it on a fabric that's going to overpower it. And I think these colors are just going to jump off of this fabric, especially with the black borders on this as well. So we've got our fabric picked. Woohoo! One down. Now I can like start that this weekend. Let me put this out of the way. All right. Take the floss marker out for that one. Let's go back to this small project because this is going to be super fast. And I'm leaning towards that toasted marshmallow for this one. It's dark. It's got this copper and black. I'm thinking that's going to be what I go for. Although something like this would be really fun too. This is called Bog of Eternal Stench. So is this one. Same dye lot. Again, one is super dark compared to the other. Eat glass. Harpy. Let's see. I think I'm liking that toasted marshmallow. Another eat glass. I generally buy 2 skeins at a time. Sometimes even 3 if it's the color of the floss of the month. You can sometimes get the 3 floss colors only. And then I'll get 3 of them. So you can get 3 of the 3 floss colors for $10. So sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 packs of those so that I have multiple skeins. Technically same dye lot, but they do look a little bit different. Embers would be another good one for this maybe. Maybe it's too yellow. I'm not sure. Here's another Bog of Eternal Stench that has some more brown and red in it. That could be good. What's this? Maze. Ooh, I'm liking that. Look at that. It's got some red, copper. I'm liking that. Put these 2 back. So now I've got my maze and toasted marshmallow. Oh, here's another toasted marshmallow. So this, again, 2 different dye lots. One of this is blue. It's got that blue and like green in it. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got in here. This has some brown and green. Oh, that's another Bog of Eternal Stench. Here's another toasted marshmallow. Same dye lot as this one, but a little bit darker on the blue, and I think I like that darker if we're going to go that route. This is just a fun one. It's like all these speckles. Isn't that fun? I really like that. Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, here's another. This is Bloody Moon. I think it's a little bit more red than I would prefer. I think I'm going with Maze, actually. Yep. So this is an example where I'm going to actually pull out my bin of scraps for this piece. So this is the 14, 16, 18, 28 count bin. I've got all of my Ada on this side in the front, 14 through 18 at the bottom, and this is all 28 count. Yeah, it's just kind of a jumble in here. So let's pull out this stack. well, I'll pull out like the top half. And these are too light, too bright. Nope, nope. These are not what I'm envisioning. This could work. Maybe. We'll set that aside. Ooh, I've got some fabric flare scraps in here. This could be kind of cool. So this is stars. So they would look like they're in a starry sky, maybe? This is 58 by 58. So I need a piece of fabric. So the stitched part will be 4 inches. So that would definitely fit on here. So that's a possibility. Some more printed. Or we could do this spooky-ish purple. Nah, I don't like that. Alright, so there's the first half of the pile. That was pretty quick to get through. Obviously, with these scraps, I do not have them all folded any specific way. They're just folded to stack in there. Alright, blue, no, green, blue, red. So these were specifically ornament cuts from Hand Dyed by Rolanda for Halloween. But I think that one, that's too much. There's purple. Here's a really dark purple and black. That's not going to be what I'm going for. The fabric's too wild, I think, for the floss that I'm going to use. There's a green that I actually dyed. I don't like that. Blue, green, blue. This is Tempest from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. And some more that I dyed. This is not going to be big enough. This strip is only going to be big enough for like a bookmark, but that's okay. It's a cool printed fabric, so I'm holding on to that. This was the piece, this is what's left of what I used for a bunch of Shannon Christine's Easter stitching this past spring. Here is a spook. I used this for a Halloween thing once, but nope, don't like that. Snowflakes, gingham. I think this is, oh, that's, yeah, like snowy type. I don't like that. Nope. Nope. And these are neutral. So I'm not sure. Here's what I have pulled out. I have that piece with the stars. I'd probably use this darker end. Or I've got, this is from Heavenly Creations. It's a 28 count. This was a custom cut. It's a 9 by 10.5. Doesn't have a color name. It was a limited edition. So this is kind of a dark, kind of like reminds me of like a dark cloudy night. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. I'm afraid this color kind of blends in with the stars, and it might, if the star pokes out from underneath one of these little owls, I don't know if that's gonna look funky. Let's see what I've got in 14 count. this? That's 16, so where does my 14 end? This is, I don't have very much in 14 count. These were cuts that fabrics that I picked up at Galleria, hand dyes by Jim. I'm not a big fan of any of these. And I'm kind of torn because I could obviously pull anything out of my fabric stash to put this on, but with something this small where the stitched area is only 4 by 4, I'm really trying to use small cuts and scraps and, you know, get them out of the pile kind of thing. So maybe I'll take a peek in here and see what I've got from dyeing for cross stitch. That's a really good gray. I could have used that instead of Morticia. We could go with just a fall color. I'm not liking that either though. Alright, where did my other one go? Oh, there it is. Here's my original floss. I think I really like that floss. So maybe this is something that I check out my 32 count scraps. It's a small piece. It'll be even smaller on 32, but it's not going to be a ton smaller. So let's see what my 32 count scraps have, because I really am pretty set on that floss. And at this point, the cats are really wondering what the heck I'm doing. So here is my 32 count. Here's everything on this side of the bin. Let's see what I've got. Again, ornament cuts from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. Just too busy for that floss. This could work. This is another Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's lighter than the floss though. That could definitely work. That's a possibility. All of my fabrics are sliding around. No. Ooh, this could work. What is this from? This is another Hand Dyed by Rolanda. Blues. Blue. There's a deep purple, but that's not going to work for that piece. This is a really pretty fabric. This is Crystal Lagoon from Picture This Plus. It's just an odd cut that I picked up from Stitches and Things before they went out of business. That could work. Jewel. Here's a foresty green. Too dark. Blue. This is a lot lighter. So, let's make a decision. Alright, here's my fabrics. It'd be handy if I could hear you guys right now, but I can't. I don't think I don't like that combination. So this can get put back. Romy, what you doing? You can't fit under there. You're a little too chunky. Hey, you was chunky boy. I'm sorry, you was chunky. He's trying to fit under the dresser. It's not gonna work, buddy. I don't think I want to put it on green. And this is such a pretty fabric. I really want to save it, I think, for something bigger than a, 4-inch ornament. So put that one back. So do we want dark or light? I think I'm going with this one. I think we're going with the light. Yep. All right. So I got another project kitted. I can work on that this weekend. And quite honestly, with how small it is, I can get that done this weekend. All right. Now, put the lid on this pen. All right, so I need to get a drink of water. Oh, okay. Stitchy Kitty. And this calls for DMC. Because of how many colors there are, I'm going to stick with just using the DMC. This is, let's see, this is only going to be 3.5 by 3.5 on 28 count fabric. So this is one that I can look through my scraps again. Let's pull out that 28 count scraps. And I really do like it on that blue. Because I do want all of the colors to stand out. So we may go with a, ooh, actually, since it's supposed to be the kitty moon, maybe I put that on the star fabric. I can put that on here, and I could finish it as a round ornament. My intention is to get a Halloween tree at some point for ornaments, so I could definitely finish this as a round ornament. I don't have to worry about the margins for framing it. Otherwise, I don't know. I've got this blue. It's not as vibrant. What does it even call for? It's just stitched on Zweigart Millennium Blue. This is too pale. Or too light, rather. Crystal Dwarf. This is a possibility. This is one I dyed. That's a possibility. Otherwise, we get into, nope. I think we might be using that. Definitely doesn't need snowflake fabric, that's for sure. I know I don't have the floss with me to toss on there, but I don't even remember what I stitched on this. Something. I could use this corner. It's got some of that darker. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got fabric, excuse me, pulled for that one. Oh man, getting fabric threads everywhere. This one away. This I'll probably, maybe I'll try to save this for something, you know, me and my nativities. Maybe I'll save that for something with a small nativity of some kind for a Christmas ornament. Yeah, so we are at over 45 minutes at this point. I've got 2 more projects that I'm going to kit up, but I'm not going to be using the Night Stalker's Calling for these. It'll just be, actually, maybe I could for this one. I'm not going to for this one. So this actually calls for Classic Colorworks. Baking Tin, Bean Sprout, Black Coffee, Lunar Eclipse, Plum Paisley, Ribbon Red, and Snowball. Oh, and the red is just one stitch, you know, for her mouth. I also don't think that I want to do her face green. I'll probably change that to a skin tone. So there's that darker Morticia. I could use that for the, well, no. I think I am done filming, pulling stuff for projects. This one's going to take a lot longer because I probably have a lot of the, I might have a lot of the colors. This uses Classic Colorworks as well. So before I sign off, let me tilt this and show you. Okay, so this is my floss. I've got my DMC in these, they're all in floss away bags. I've got Gentle Arts, I've got Classic Colorworks and Week Dye Works above it. I also have, this is over-dyed flosses from various dyers, and they're all by color. So that's probably what I'll be using to pull for these other projects. And I'm not going to get all of those out and try to film it. But I hope that this was enjoyable for those that were requesting it. I'm going to kind of tilt this. Ta-da! Okay, so let me fix my shirt. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I hope that this helped you with fabric organization ideas. If you're able to do that, again, the bins came from Dollar Tree, and they seemed to be, you know, the perfect size for folding the fabrics the way I did. So, you know, it was a project. It was a big project. You can see in those bins that I do have, you know, there's room because they're not in there super tight. And those are all, yeah. It was an undertaking. It was worth it, I think, in the long run. We'll see how long I maintain it. I've got to maintain it, right? Like, there's no, yeah. Yep, gonna have to do it this way. So, thank you again for stopping by. I will be back soon to film a Flosstube. I was gonna try to do one this week, but it's already Friday, and this is my first chance I've had to record. I had my monthly book club meeting last night and had not read the book yet, so I spent Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, and during the day yesterday reading my book, and didn't get to do any stitching. So now I'm really feeling stitch deprived. My plan for tonight is to catch up on my temperature chart. I have maybe 5 days I need to catch up on for that. So I'll catch up on my temperature chart, and then I'm going to start, some of these small projects and get them done. And then that's just, one more pattern I can get out of my house and out of my stash. Plus I've got other projects to show you that I've worked on since my last video. I worked on my hydrangeas quite a bit, so I've got some good progress to show on that. I've got obviously the progress on the temperature chart. I've got some progress on a mill hill kit that I started on fabric. I've got some progress on, there was something else in there. There was a fourth project. I can't remember what it is though. Oh, my antisocial cryptid club stitch along, or just antisocial cryptid club. Last video I showed the fabric that I was going to use for it, and I'm just using 310 to stitch it, and it's actually not as dreaded as I thought it would be to stitch that project, and I think it's because the fabric is so interesting. So that's been going pretty well too. And actually that should be on my list of plans for tonight / this weekend. I think tonight I'll sit down, do my temperature chart first, get that all caught up. Then I'll pull out my antisocial cryptid club and put in, one strand of DMC, all 6 strands of that length. Put that into my project and then start on some of these small ornaments. Or I could start on the Quirky Quaker banner, if I can get that figured out how I'm going to do it. I got to figure that part out first. And I do have some DMC, glow-in-the-dark DMC around here somewhere, so I can pull that out. And then I'll just be using my Cone of Doom for the black. So that should keep me busy. Hope everybody is had a great week and has some fun stitching plans for this weekend. We'll see how the weather goes here. I may have to sit outside tomorrow morning for a couple hours. Ethan's last 2 soccer games got rescheduled. It's a back-to-back double header. So, but I did already warn him, if it's raining, I'm not going, because I'm not taking Ellery and sitting outside in the 45-degree rain for 2 hours, because we'll just get sick, and I'm not dealing with that. So we'll see. But Sunday, weather cooperating, we're gonna take a little break from hanging out at home, and we're gonna go to a cider mill, get some pumpkins, and I'm really starting to feel the fall. But I'm not liking the lack of daylight. Not a fan. So, but I will touch base with you next week and show you my stitching and show you my haul, because my haul bag is getting quite large as well, because I received 2 of my Halloween boxes, one from Under the Sea Fabrics, one from Autumn Lane, both great. So I'm excited to show you those. And actually, one of my projects that I show you next week will probably be a Quirky Quaker that was in my Under the Sea Fabrics box, because I can't wait to start that one too. It's I'll leave it as a surprise. If you got the box, you know. If not, I'm going to show you the box next video, and I'll show you the Quirky Quaker that I get stitched. So have a good one, and I'll check in with you guys again soon. Bye.